Everyone has heard the crazy stories of Bill Gates or Elon Musk being super young, coming up with their own programs, their own operating system, starting companies, dropping out of college. And in this video, I just kind of want to make the point that that shouldn't be a bar that you hold yourself to. And if you're 18, 19, 20, you've never written a line of code before, don't let that stop you from starting in computer science. For me, I always think of myself as someone who wants to be an entrepreneur, wants to be very successful. I hold myself to a very high standard, and I might be in the minority of people here, but I would read those stories and I'd be like, oh man, I know it's not too late. Everybody tells me it's not too late, but it still feels like it's too late. And I didn't write a line of code until I was 18, almost 19 years old. And in like a year, I wound up getting an internship at Google, and things picked up pretty quick. You can start late and catch up to anybody. Trust me, those teenage years are not nearly as productive for people as you may think. And even if you look at someone like Steve Jobs, yes, he started Apple when he was relatively young, but his big success, the thing that made everybody remember him and know who Apple, the company, is, the iPhone, that didn't come until he was relatively old. And you can look at tons of statistics about the average age of a successful startup founder, and it's in its mid-40s, yet the average age of the person on top of, in the cover of Forbes magazine, is in the early 30s or something like that. I don't have the exact statistics in front of me, but I know they're roughly accurate. So there's this perception that everyone's young, the young Silicon Valley tech entrepreneur with his rash and innovative ideas. Like, yes, they exist. You can always cherry pick examples and write articles about them, but that's not most people, and that's not even most successful people. And in high school, you might have that one kid who was super smart and everyone says, oh, he's the whiz kid, he's gonna go do great things. Or your parents might say, oh, so-and-so at your age was doing this, that, the other thing. And it's just comments like that build up inside of somebody to say, I'm not like them, the people who are crazy successful at a super young age. And something that I think is crazy is that I know parents have said stuff like that about me to their kids, that I'm the one, with the YouTube channel, or graduating early, or already have a job, yet I feel that way about other students. There's always an example of someone doing more than you. A lot of the times, the success of these individuals, they had a lot of support around them if they were very young. Maybe Bill Gates, who went to a prep school that just shovels people into Harvard like it's nothing. He came from a wealthy family. Elon Musk, super wealthy father, which he never talks about, but I'm pretty sure there's some like blood diamond money or something. I'll flash an article on screen talking about it, but there's some details about his early days that should not go unnoticed. Like, for example, Elon Musk talks about how he got a physics degree, but from what I've seen, a journalist really tried to look into it, and Elon Musk is not marked down as an alumni of the University of Pennsylvania physics program at all. Is it a bold lie that he ever took a physics class? No, maybe not, but the details get stretched and glorified, and you really shouldn't compare yourself, especially to any of these uber famous, uber rich individuals. Even besides that, I just think that in local groups, friends, family, all the comparisons to how fast somebody progressed in their career, it's just unproductive, and it doesn't help, because I'm 20 years old right now. I'm probably gonna be working for the next 30 years. That's longer than I've even been alive. So a couple of years in the early days now is nothing in the grand scheme of my career, and somebody else could come out of nowhere, 22 years old, a year older than me, start coding today, and in 10 years we could be, facing each other head on as competitors in the same industry. Who knows? As you get older, you're gonna develop, a diverse set of experience that enables you to be more productive, get more done, hold yourself to higher standards, and even if that experience isn't directly in programming or software engineering, it still might be relevant to you in your day-to-day life and make you a better person, that if you start a new career in, say, software engineering today, or if you transfer to computer science, those skills that you had in another major or in another career might apply in more ways than you would think. Also, say 10 years ago when the internet was just starting out, there was a lot of low-hanging fruit. I don't think that e-commerce is that crazy of an idea. Oh, we have stores. What if we put stores on the internet? So a bunch of people tried to put stores on the internet, and because it's not too crazy of an idea if you're someone who's in the weeds of the emerging technologies. Nowadays, a lot of that low-hanging fruit isn't necessarily there. Yes, there's still some of it. Yes, there's still tons of ideas, things that, or industries that need to be brought into the modern world, but the low-hanging fruit of the early 2000s that created so many of the Silicon Valley tech entrepreneurs that we glorify today isn't there anymore. So I wouldn't necessarily expect as many young individuals to come up with successful startups because just the same easy ideas to implement aren't there. So these more difficult ideas that might incorporate multiple industries or have a lot of capital needed to get going, that's probably going to be done by someone who's a little bit older. I mean, there's even statistics out there that venture capitalists have a bias towards startup founders in their 30s and not in their 40s, even if the actual statistics of successful startup founders don't back that up. It's a crazy world out there. Don't compare yourself to other people. This is a quick, this is me rambling here, but I know that when I started out in computer science, I felt like it was too late. I felt like I had wasted my high school experience reading business books, not reading engineering books. I didn't get into the engineering academy in my high school, and that kind of weighed on me. I just thought it's too late, but it's not too late, and it's so ridiculous to think it's too late. So whether you're ahead of me, behind me, I don't care where you are, don't compare yourself to crazy successful startup founders who definitely had a lot of privilege growing up that they don't necessarily talk about. Don't compare yourself to your cousin or to random people you see on YouTube or even to other people in your school, because you don't know what they have going for them. You also don't know what struggles they have outside of the one thing that you are perceiving them to be very good with. If you play 3 sports and you're jealous of the kid with straight A's, maybe you just don't have the time. You don't know. So only compare yourself to yourself, and you're never too old to get into tech or start in computer science. That's it. That's all for this video. Yeah, go check out my other channel or this channel, whatever. Peace.